What's going on, everybody? If you love God, love people, and love real estate, you are in the right place. If you always thought about starting a group home, but people were hiding it from you, and it always took a lot of like hula hoops to jump through, licensures and a $30,000 sprinkler system, this is not what we do. We teach you guys how to start independent living facilities. So again, we tell you that if you love God, love people, and love real estate, the independent living facility model is the right now model. Whereas the group home model may take you months or years to even get up and running, and you need permission. But the ILF model does not need permission, because if you love God, love people, and love real estate, and you got some patience, this is it. And this is a great way to be a ministry without you having to be a pastor or a priest or a bishop. So my name is Derrick Forston. I approve this entire message even before we get 2 minutes into it. We're based right here in Orlando, Florida. I run a for-profit program that's called Second Chance Housing, where we house men and we take them from homeless to hopeful. Beautiful, who are you and what do you do?
Hey, everybody. I'm Derrick Shay, Forston, president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation, 501c3 nonprofit organization that takes women from homeless to hopeful, utilizing the same exact model, and that is the independent living facility model. I'm also co-founder here at Forston Consultants, and this handsome gentleman and I will be taking this show on the road once again in Jacksonville, Florida on November the 1st for the ILF Anywhere Lunch and Learn. This, what we do, the ILF has no boundaries and is not bound by a zip code. You can do this anywhere. And this is what we're coming to Jacksonville to talk about. But again, Derrick, I am an ILF owner and operator. This is done under my nonprofit organization, which is a registered 501c3. And big, huge shout out and thank you to Walmart for two additional grants this week. And I didn't realize what I got. Going through the accounts during my board meeting last night. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, guys. I told you about one, but we've got another grant. But again, Derrick, super excited to be able to do this same model, the exact same way you do it, with nothing different other than my actual, not my, but the organization's structure. That's the only difference for me. The other thing that I get to do, and I get the honor to steward, is grants and donations. Okay. So I get to steward that and reapply them into the actual program that people have decided to partner with and fund. So that's pretty much the difference. I have a board of directors. You answer to yourself and your accountant and me. And for me, I answer to a board of directors that are fully on board, fully vested in what we do at the Angela Denise Foundation. And they're super vocal. They help me lead this thing and open new opportunities for our community. So that's honestly the biggest difference.
Good stuff. So again, guys, before we get too far in, I just want to thank y'all so much again for stopping by. You guys have a lot of choices of where you could be on these internet streets, but y'all chose to be here and we super appreciate that. So let me just explain again really slowly for everybody what this is, because Shay and I are going to bounce around a lot today. We're also going to talk about the event that's in Jacksonville, Florida, which will close out the year for us in terms of our last live event. But really carefully, I never like to take for granted that people just know who we are, right? So one more time, if you happen to be on TikTok, I love it. But please come over to YouTube, because we want you to be able to see the pictures and all the things that we're going to show you. Because I'm going to show you guys how God allowed me to see a lady that was making 41 grand a month, but she was housing people in rats and in roaches. So if you're on YouTube or you're on Chatter or if you're on Clubhouse or anywhere to where you can only hear us, come over to YouTube. Yeah. And if 5 of y'all can type it in the chat, I would appreciate that. At Forston Consultants, that's Forston, Forston Consultants. Now I'm going to jump into it because I'm going to pretend that none of y'all know me or Shay. And I'm going to explain again what we do really slowly, and then I'm going to let Shay jump back in. We're going to answer some questions, but we're going to talk a lot about this event today in terms of what you should expect. So one more time, if you just met us for the first time, and I've said this 5 times, and I'm going to say it probably 50 more times, and I'm no pastor and I'm no bishop, but if you love God and you naturally love people, and you've been trying to get into real estate, guys, we just found the best thing that you
Well,
can
you
get
didn't
in. Well,
just.
let me reword that.
Right.
You just found it.
Because you didn't just find it.
I found this many years ago that you can start a housing program and not need a license, and you don't have to own the property.
Yeah.
And when I found that out, y'all, that changed my whole life. And lucky for me, God showed me a lady that was making 41 grand a month doing this very model. Guys, the only difference between that lady and us and y'all, because we're going to teach it to y'all to do it the right way, y'all, she was doing it in rats and roaches.
Yeah.
And because I knew most of y'all wouldn't believe me when I told this story, I took pictures of it. I took videos of it. And that's why I want you guys to come to Forston Consultants on YouTube so I can show you on camera and on this screen. But all we do is rent and lease properties, because if you can buy the property, God bless you. Most of us on this screen, like we can't just go out and buy a property every day or every week or once a month.
Right.
But most of us can scrape up some money to go out and lease or rent a property. Type the word yes in the chat if I just solved a big problem for you right there. You thought you had to go and buy this place. When that lady that was housing people in the roaches and the rats, she says, Derrick, I don't own these places. I said, you don't? She said, no, I rent these places, Derrick. I said, wow. And she says, Derrick, I'll never teach you how to do this.
Right.
But let me show you what I make doing it. That lady whipped out her phone, y'all, and she showed me a Chase Bank app. I'll never forget this. And Miss Marie, she showed me in her bank account that there was no month that went lower than 41 grand a month. And I was like, wow, you can do this the wrong way and still make all this money. And here I am as a social worker making 28 grand a year, begging God to help me feed my family.
Yep.
Robbing Peter to pay Paul, never having more than enough. All the things that most of us pray for. Put praying hands emojis in the chat if you prayed to God sometime between this morning and 5 weeks ago that God changed your life financially, spiritually, and your health. Guys, we believe in all of that. The mind of Christ, an able body, and making a bunch of money doing God's ministry, God's will, God's work.
Absolutely.
We just got smart enough to do it through real estate. Oh, I hope this is making sense to some of y'all. So one more time, if I just told you you don't have to buy the property, y'all should go, whoo, I can breathe a little bit now.
Listen, when you first brought that to me, I thought you were slap crazy. The extent, you can do it and do it so quickly, right? With rentals. Think of this, guys. I was in corporate America, didn't really understand this whole concept. My lane was not mental health or behavioral health. He was a social worker. But when Derrick came to me with this idea, he's like, all we need to do is rent a house. And I'm like, but we own our house and now you want to get a rental. But honestly, what was the blessing in that is our first rental ended up being an owner that owned the whole cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
And not only did we start with the one, but as people started to move out, he started to say, hey, he started handing over keys.
We ended up with 8 houses in the one cul-de-sac and 3 on top of the hill.
Right. It was amazing to see that interaction. So that kind of blew my mind. And it opened up other opportunities with other investors, right? Other property owners, people that went out and purchased houses. And not only did it help us, but it was able to, the rental arbitrage method, which that is what is called. That's one of the fancy names for it. That rental arbitrage method opened up doors for us to enter into real estate investing. And now not only do we have rentals, we also have properties that we've purchased to not only just run the ILF model, but to also regular housing, regular rentals. So it's pretty cool how that idea and that lady showing you the possibility.
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing I admire about you. You don't need a promise. You just need the possibility.
That's good, Shay.
Right?
Otis and I used to always say that. Like I'm going to repeat what Shay just said, because that's something me and my brother used to stand on a lot. Like, you don't have to promise now, Shay, not anything.
Right.
Just show us the possibility of something.
Yeah.
And LPN to CEO, she said God is so strategic, and she's on
Very
TikTok.
much so.
So everybody that's on TikTok, y'all come over to YouTube, because once Shay starts speaking, I'm gonna begin to show y'all some of the pictures of what God allowed me to see.
Yeah.
And again, how many of y'all had like the dream to do this and you saw somebody doing this but doing it the wrong way? Put a number 7 in the chat if you've seen somebody living your dream but doing it the wrong way.
We see a lot of people in this space, right? We see a lot of people not under our coaching, but we do see, we run into people on a regular basis at different events, different meetings. And the stark difference in how we provide our services and what we do as the ILF model is so different from how other people do it. And then they wind up coming to us later and saying, hey, well, you know, how do we connect with you? And it's great to partner with those people because we help elevate what they already had that was not done appropriately, or because they had missed information or no information. They just had that zeal to help. And they just went out there and did something, right? And it's been a blessing to see so many people now that we've touched, even outside of coaching, but just in regards to having conversation or helping them see that it's more than just heads in the bed, right? It's a business model. It is structured. It needs to have the same things that Fortune 500 companies do to expand and grow is the same thing that we pour into this model. So super excited to talk more about it. I just wanted to piggyback on that because a lot of times people think that, oh, it's so many people doing this, you know, we can, oh, it's oversaturated. Never be oversaturated. As long as there's people that are homeless, as long as there are people that are aging out of the foster care system, as long as there are people that are, you know, just ostracized from family, making below the average means in living wages, there's always going to be an opportunity. So I just wanted to share that saturation does not affect this market. If that was the case, then people would not buy houses as investors to rent them. Same concept.
If every one of you on this channel got 55 houses tomorrow, there still wouldn't be enough in terms of what the problem is in your city. You don't even have to leave your city to make that number work. So prime example, just one more time, because I'm seeing this also a lot in the chat on TikTok. Guys, our next live event and the last one of this year is in Jacksonville, Florida.
November 1st.
You guys can text the word city, CITY, to the phone number 407-326-0086. And if you come over to YouTube, that's actually printed on the screen, because if I keep repeating that number on TikTok, they'll actually kick me off of here. So the next event for us, guys, is in Jacksonville, Florida. So again, come to Forston Consultants on our YouTube channel where you guys will be able to see that. But as I
was just saying to those on YouTube and on the TikTok live and the other platforms, don't put it in the chat here. You want to text it to the phone number that's pinned to the top of the TikTok comments. If you scroll all the way to the top of the TikTok comments, that phone number is there. Go ahead and text the word city, and that's going to take you to the checkout page for the tickets. So you're going to be able to see what the cost of the tickets are, what's involved. And we're going to talk a lot more about that today because this is like, we're leading up to event time. So we got to talk about this thing, right?
So one of the things that I'm super excited. Oh, and I'll just end that story that I was on. So again, guys, now there's a lot of stuff in between this, but this requires no license, no state oversight, no sprinkler systems, and no permission from your city, period. We rent or release the house. We connect with social workers and case managers to serve as our funnel system. So people say, well, Derrick, man, where you and Shay get all of these people from? I just moved there in the guy two days ago. The same way most of y'all just found me on social media today, guys, it's no different from all 8 businesses that we own. I go in there and run my big mouth about I'm the solution to whatever this thing is. And in this case, it's housing. So I'm the solution to affordable housing or non-affordable housing, depending on where how you view that. Right
now, slow down.
So one more time, rent or lease the property, connect with social workers and case managers, and take people from homeless to hopeful. Does that make sense, everybody?
Like, Derrick, that's pretty much it. People like, this is not rocket science.
It's not rocket science.
But a lot of people, when they go into these places to try and connect, it's the verbiage. They don't speak the appropriate lingo. They're saying the wrong things. They're asking for permission instead of asking for forgiveness. They're asking for permission to people that really don't have an understanding of what it is that
was one of my biggest mistakes in the beginning, calling everybody in my city asking for permission. That was the dumbest thing ever. Because I found out that, again, people didn't really know what this was, and they tried to put you in the group home box. And that's not, and I was trying to say, guys, I'm not a group home. I'm not serving people that need for me to give them medication or medication reminders. I'm not serving people that I have to feed them. I'm not serving people to where I got to drive them around for transportation. None of that. I'm not giving out medications and pretending to be a nurse. That's going to get me in trouble and land me on the Channel 8 news. Every time. Derrick, let me show you. You said something about when you started asking, right? And I started. Mistake. So let me tell you the joke though. I was I was still a skeptic, right? Even though I had seen him doing it, I saw him, I watched it. He pulled me from corporate America, and we're doing this thing. So now the Angela Denise Foundation is birthed, and who goes and starts calling and asking for permission? Honestly, Derrick, it ended up being, it was the best thing that happened to me, because it also it was DCF. A gentleman at DCF says, I know exactly what you're trying to do, and I know a man that you need to meet immediately. And I was like, really? He was like, you don't need, and this is DCF. He was like, you don't need a license, but you need to connect with this gentleman. And from that day, I got a mentor for the nonprofit portion of this. And it was amazing. Like that call for me was God saying, I'm blessing this thing, and I'm also going to align you with another partnership to help you branch off from the nonprofit space. So my call didn't lead me down a rabbit hole. It actually bumped me down a rabbit hole. It bumped me into my partner, like my partner and soon to be board member once he retires from his corporate job. But super amazing how the difference is, right? Yeah. But the one thing I had that was different from what you had is I had the verbiage. You gave me appropriate verbiage. So now that I knew what I was saying. Once I got it wrong, it was easy to give it the right way. Right. So once I knew what I was to say, silly me done called DCF, literally, and called ACA. I called everybody, but my verbiage was different. So with that verbiage, it led me down the right path to where a lot of people get the no, and the confusion because they're asking the wrong questions. Yeah. Or they're using the wrong verbiage too. Using the wrong verbiage. Because I remember when I first started, and I tried my best, and most of y'all know me, right? And I stutter. And if I'm nervous or if I'm excited, I stutter real bad. So can y'all imagine me calling all of these places in my city talking about I want to house people, but I don't want a license? And guys, I'll admit, I didn't know the verbiage. I'm from the country, so it was rough. Even the way I articulated, but guys, I was just trying to get it like most of y'all. So I was saying stuff like this. I said, y'all, I want to start this program because I see people doing it. And in fact, sir, I saw one lady doing it, and she doing it in Roaches, and she told me she has no license. Yeah. He said, well, let me transfer you. Yeah. Guys, I got transferred about 15 times every time I would call. I say, guys, I want to house people that don't need me to give them baths and feed them. Sir, let me transfer you. And finally, when I got to this one guy, he said, sir, what you trying to do sounds like you just want to rent rooms to people. I said, exactly. It was so funny. I said, but I just want to do it the right way and not like get in no trouble for doing it the wrong way, because I'm seeing people do it. Yeah. He said, sir, Derrick, if you're not trying to feed people, you're not trying to give out medications, and you ain't driving people around, because if you taking notes today, I just gave you the biggest gem ever. Yes. That's what's going to get you in trouble. Correct. Medication management, driving people around, and feeding people. Exactly. Stay out of that. I serve people that can do all that and say, Derrick, what are you doing here, bro? I can cook my own food. Derrick, I can take Uber, and Derrick, I swallow my own pills without you having to be a nurse. Without medication reminder. Ooh, Yo, that was the
So,
cheat
I'm
code.
gonna just say this: you just lit TikTok up because somebody is called that girl Rachel. She lit up finger hearts for you, Derrick.
Rachel,
Like,
that's what's getting y'all in trouble.
So
that's not my clientele.
Yeah.
I want to have the guy that say, Derrick, what are you doing here? I can cook my own steak. Derrick, why are you trying to pretend to be a nurse? I know when to take my pills, how many to take, and at what time. And Derrick, I don't need you to drive me around, bro. I can use my insurance card, Derrick, because if I flip it on the back, that phone number on the back, that 1-800 number, Derrick, they'll take me anywhere I need to go.
Let me show you what's even powerful with this.
I learned all of this, y'all.
Let me show you, Derrick. What's so powerful about this space, right? As you go out and you network, there's a lot of homelessness or displacement initiatives in your city. Oh, Jesus, go ahead with the gun. They had the gun going just now.
I saw that. I don't know what that is.
Sorry, guys, but you can go ahead. Thank you for whoever that was. That was fun. But yeah, when you connect with a lot of these homeless initiatives that are out there, different community programs, different other nonprofit organizations, you end up connecting. You run right into the things, the people that provide the things that we don't provide, right? So, like prime example, Aspire Health Partners. I just made a full connection with their case management program. Doesn't cost our residents nothing. They just have to meet the criteria. And they do full case management. What I need to try and be a case manager for?
Yeah.
When I've built this connection now with case management, why do I have to do it? So super cool how when you get out there, don't just be the villain behind the keyboard, right? Sending emails, social media posts. You have to get out there and shake hands and kiss babies. Okay. You are on not political, but you're on your city tour of introducing your business to the city you're about to serve. So you want to make sure that you're connecting with the right organizations. People ask, where do you get the clients? We get clients from everywhere. Social media leads, case managers, hospitals, mental health hospitals, people that are leaving out of the prison system, young adults coming out of the foster care system. We get calls for elderly adults. Somebody just passed away, a husband or a wife, and they don't want to live alone. They've been married for over 60 plus years and don't want to be by themselves. We get phone calls from businesses that say, hey, I've got an employee that's living in the car. Can you help? But
he worked every day, 6 days a week.
Again, there's
my kind of guy.
There's no wrong place to find leads, right? You just got to get your name out there. If people don't know you exist, how can they utilize your services?
And 90 to 95% of all of our leads also come from social media. So no different, man, from how you found me today running my big mouth. This is, again, how we get most of our tenants, because a lot of the time these social workers and case managers, they're scrolling on TikTok on their lunch break eating a cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
So while they're scrolling on TikTok, your face should pop up as hey, social workers and case managers, are you looking for great affordable housing for your clients the day of discharge?
100%.
Give us a call at Name Your Business.
100%.
So guys, I've been saying that spiel for 9 years now. So social media, outreach, your local homeless shelter, right? But again, guys, I'll admit 90 to 95% of the people are coming through social media because, again, I can reach 30,000 people with the touch of a button. It'll take me months and years to drive around and shake hands and meet 30,000 people by hand.
But you open
joining Facebook groups and things of that nature, like that's a no-brainer. Like, I don't care if you fry chicken, you own a daycare, or you sell puppies. You need to be on social media, right? So I hope that answered that question. Keep the questions going, but November the 1st, Jacksonville, Florida, that's what we're bringing the game to. And I'm bringing it back to my old days where I break it all the way down from the beginning. Yeah. So this is going to be a true lunch and learn. Bring your notes, your pens, your tablets. We usually supply that stuff anyway, but bring a mindset to that. Like, if you're ready to change your life, that's when you come to us. I tell people oftentimes, right? I don't sell products or ebooks or courses, even though I do, but I don't. I sell transformation. So when you and God have decided that you're ready to change your life, that's when you come and see us. So prime example, today is Saturday. We're live. A lot of y'all saying, Derrick, I see you on that thing 7 days a week now, huh? Well, sometimes that's not us live. Today we're live. Right now it's 10:27 a.m. and it's October the 4th. Guess what happened for me yesterday, and also Shay and a bunch of y'all that are listening? The people we serve got paid. So on the 1st and the 3rd of the month, the people that we serve, that's when they get paid. So November the 1st in Jacksonville, Florida, that's where we're going to show you guys, how do you get started? How do you start the business? How do you brand it? Where do you advertise? What words to use? What words you better not use? Who should you talk to? Who should you skip right over in your city and don't talk to? That's most of y'all mistake.
That's good.
You don't know who to talk to, when to talk to them, and what to say.
How to talk to
and
them.
then you tell the wrong story to the wrong person, which sends you down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And you think they're being mean to you. They can just tell your verbiage. You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
They're going to say, man, you know what? She didn't even using the right words with me.
So
how can I refer her my people when she don't even know the lingo? So one more time. I'm not somebody that just got in this and then I teach it now. Guys, I was the social worker for 9 years.
What was your role?
I was called the discharge planner, meaning when I discharge people, I had to give them a plan. So prime example, if you have a housing program right now, can you name it in the chat? Whether you're on TikTok, Chatter, Clubhouse, Spotify, or Twitter, or Instagram. We simulcast in a bunch of places.
Yeah.
Put in the chat right now, what is the name of your housing program? Because my job, when somebody came to my hospital on a Baker Act, meaning that they were unstable mentally. Now, in your city, it may be called an involuntary placement or something different depending on where you live in. I'm in Florida. It's called a Baker Act. When somebody gets off mentally, they go to the hospital and stay for a minimum of 72 hours to see a doctor, to get them back on medications mentally, and to meet a case manager or a discharge planner or a social worker that can find them housing. That was my job for 9 years.
Yep.
I'll teach y'all now how to find the Derrick in your city.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, everybody?
Sure does.
They come to the hospital and most of them are homeless or not welcome back where they came from.
Yep.
So my job as the discharge planner was the plan where they're going, whether that's to the homeless shelter or your housing program.
Yeah.
So I would be looking for people like y'all. And unlucky for me, there was this one lady in my city. There was no other choices, and she had rats and roaches. And her motto was, Derrick, they either live in these roaches or they live outside. Y'all, the devil is a liar.
Yeah, and that was her.
And she made 41 grand a month doing it.
But that was the soapbox she stood on.
Stood on it.
She stood 10 toes down.
Y'all, and she made 41 grand a month. So when I saw that, I just simply said, why not me?
Yeah.
Can 10 of y'all type in the chat, why not me? But doing it the right way? On you, Shay.
So I want to go to questions because TikTok, I can't even keep up. Like they're throwing questions.
TikTok need to come over to YouTube at Forston Consultants. That way we can catch all your questions.
Yeah, because I don't want to miss any.
And Shay, if you could do me a favor, like even when I'm speaking, just keep copying and pasting for them to come over, because that's when they do it. Because when we just say it, they don't.
So we talked about where we finding the clients. We talked about that. The event is in Jacksonville, Florida. If you're interested in joining us, go to ilfconsulting.org, and that's where you can get tickets. So ilfconsulting.org, and we'll talk a little bit more about the event and what's to expect from the event. It's an amazing event. We did this in South Carolina. We've done it, and this is our last one in other cities, and this is our last one for the year. That's
for a while, because January won't have one, February or March or May probably.
Yeah.
So you need to come to this one.
So somebody said, what is this called? Independent living. So Derrick and I Derrick started this, and one day the Holy Spirit spoke to me and said, y'all need to trademark the education and the verbiage around the independent living facility model. So we are the trademark owners of the independent living facility and independent living home model, with all of the education, training, and the actual housing aesthetic and process itself.
So text the word city to 407-326-0086 to get all the information about the event, the start time, the day, and how can you be involved in day 2, which is actually a walkthrough of a running independent living facility.
Correct.
So this event, guys, we're featuring Tiffany Richardson, just like we did in South Carolina when Katara Johnson was featured.
This year.
Hey, sis, if you're still here, can you shout me out? I want everybody to see Katara from the South Carolina event. And boy, if you missed it, it's a recap that's on my personal page right now today at Derrick Forston. So I want all of y'all to become my friend on Facebook at Derrick Forston. Watch that 5-minute recap of probably 3 hours of footage.
Yeah.
Katara, shout me out in the chat. But just like Katara, Tiffany Richardson is also somebody that we taught this to, that one day was just like y'all, sitting in the audience trying to figure your life out and wondering, could you do it? And now, because she took the coaching, she is changing her city in Jacksonville when it comes to affordable housing, and she does it with an ILF. So again, I'm going to ask a question, and I want y'all to be interactive. Who's next?
Yeah.
Who's going to either A, do what God has truly called you to do, or B, resign from your job to get in this because God called you to do it?
Yeah.
Type next if you feel like you're next in line to get started. Type the word next if you feel like God has put this on your heart and you should be helping people and be involved in real estate. Shay, back on you.
Are there any house rules, Derrick?
A bunch of them, yes. This is not a free-for-all. And in Jacksonville, guys, I'm going to break a lot of this down even further. But guys, when people hear us talk about this, some people think that we just rent rooms to people and that's it. It's got structure. That's what makes it so powerful.
That's the thing that a lot of people miss on this, right? A lot of people think it's just getting a house, renting rooms, and that's it. You don't want to do that. When you do that, you start a free for all, and that's where chaos and a whole bunch of that's when it goes downhill quickly, right?
That's a lot of next.
It's not how that works. This is more strategic. It's covered in prayer first and foremost, and then it's also governed by rules. And people think, well, these are adults, they don't want to follow your rules. You'll be amazed at how excited they are that there is structure, because a lot of times they go to other housing programs similar or rent rooms in other places, and it's a mess, and they leave those places and come to a more structured place because of the safety, because of the security, because there are rules, there are guidelines to follow. So yes, we do have house rules, and everybody's house rules may be a little different, but the standard ones are the standard ones that we provide to.
And what's cool about our coaching, guys, we give y'all the rules. You don't have to make these up. I've been doing this long enough, and watch this. The handbook that we give y'all is probably, I don't know, 40 pages. Yeah. But the most important page is page number 6, because there's rules throughout that whole book. But the rules that get you kicked out of my place are number 1 through 10 on page 6. And let me give you the gist of them. But without going 1 through 10, here's the gist of them. Take your medication every day. That way you're mentally stable. Pay your rent on time, all the time, and early if you have the ability.
Correct.
Don't damage property. That means don't put your fist through my flat screen TV.
Or through my wall.
Don't fall out or get into no fight with me or any third-party vendor that comes in to render service. And one more time, if you pay rent on time and all the time and early, if you got the ability, and you don't fight people and you naturally get along with people, you can stay in my place until you're 155 years old. That's my rules. Yeah. And probably one of my other big rules, and I'll end it here, no outside company. Meaning your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or that guy you grew up in high school with 30 years ago, y'all can't watch the football game in here.
Right. So
like those are my standard rules to keep peace, to keep calmness, and to keep domestic violence away from my program.
Thank you. I was going to ask you to elaborate.
Make sense?
And also, it also helps to, with peace, I'm going to add this. You don't want somebody that has had a substance abuse past, now getting the friend who's the pusher come into the house and now turning the house into his place of distribution. Like, these are things that happen at other people's facilities. We've seen it. We've experienced it. So you've got to limit the traffic coming to and fro these places, these homes.
And Shay, I want to add this too, because some of y'all don't know, but my team sent out an email. And I'm going to be honest with y'all on this live recording. It was a little bit of a mistake, but I think it was also a blessing at the same time.
Oh, yeah, that one. They sent out too, but I know exactly what. So
watch this. It wasn't intended this way, but something happened, and now I'm going to open the floodgates for it. If you are an ILF Mastery Blueprint member,
that's one-on-one coaching.
One-on-one coaching, not DIY. You are automatically invited to the Jacksonville event complimentary. You don't pay for it. Did y'all hear that? If you are an ILF Mastery Blueprint member, prime example, Mary Long, right here. Mary Long is no longer some lady that just found me on YouTube. She's my sister.
Correct.
Shay, me, and Mary Long started Second Chance Housing 8 years ago. Mary just forgot about it. And I'm going to teach her what that means on her first coaching.
Right. I'm about to say, don't even.
Mary, watch this. Mary just joined our coaching not even 24 hours ago. We haven't even spoke yet. But she's family to me now. So she did what we call move at the speed of instruction. She didn't even need a conversation with me. From what I heard, she spoke to my assistant for 50 minutes. How cool is that? And now, Mary, you belong to me and Shay now. So congratulations. If you ain't no hater, can you shout out Mary Long? Can 10 of y'all put congratulations, Mary? I see you. Mary, I see your life about to change, Mary. Congratulations. So, Mary, I want to do that to you personally. But back to that, Jacksonville, Florida, if you're an IMB member like Mary, like Miss Faith, who purchased not even 4 days ago, like Katara,
who's been around for
a bunch of y'all here, you come to Jacksonville on me, ladies and gentlemen. It's complimentary.
It's on us.
It's on me.
So, Derrick, more questions.
Let's do it.
So this is one that we repeat often. So we'll do it one more time for today. How do y'all get money?
By the people we house. So we collect SSI and SSDI. That's our most popular payment. But I also house guys that got a job at Sonny's Barbecue, Walmart, and Walgreens. Right? So to us, it don't matter where that income come from. Now, I'll admit, over the years, one of my favorite ways to be paid is called a community-funded program. That just means that the guy, Thomas,
I should be getting my check next week.
Didn't have no money.
Yeah.
But because he met some kind of criteria from the hospital where he came from, the hospital wrote me a check to Second Chance, not Derrick Forston. I got notebooks this thick, y'all, full of checks. None of them got my name on it. That's why our first step to coaching is turn yourself into a business, because nobody gonna write you a check, Miss Tracy, Miss Gigi, Mr. John. But what if we open GG Enterprise, GG Solutions? What if we open the Hope Foundation, the Angela Denise Foundation?
Yeah.
So Shay, you got any comments about that?
So
because you're picking up one soon. Like, what does that mean to you when I say community funded program? They heard me, but you tell them in real action. What does that mean?
It means a lot. No, community funded programs are literally just your continued partnership with a community program or a hospital. In this instance, for me, it's a mental health or behavioral health hospital here locally that I connect with, and it's multiple, right? They have funds that they've set aside. Excuse me. They have funds that they've set aside for case management programs, right? And a part of that program is getting people approved for SSI or SSDI. Now, while they are in this program, the client or the patient has to follow up with a strict, it's a lot of stuff that they've got to go through. And in order for the case management team to kind of get them through that process, the first thing they need is what? A stable place to stay. So this program will pay for them to have stable housing. So that way they can make sure that they're meeting the appointments that they need to meet, that they're getting all of the things that they need to have acquired, including an address, and then be able to move from there. So prime example, I have a client right now who is in a community funded program. Things didn't go the timeline, they didn't meet it, so they extended her time frame. Usually community funded programs run anywhere from 3 to 6 months. They have the ability, as long as the patient is doing what is necessary and what they have to do throughout this program. That was good to you?
It was good and hot. Wow, that's hot.
As long as they meet the criteria of this program, they will continue to pay the rent, as long as they have funds in their budget from that fund to proceed with the housing stipend. So that's what I love. TikTok went crazy with the next.
TikTok say they are next, man.
I'm telling you.
Oh, and also this room today is brought to you guys by digitalflowsolutions.net, which is an all-in-one platform that runs every business that we have. So we don't care if you guys have a mechanic shop, you sell puppies, you sell fried chicken, you own a daycare, or you sell needle and thread to people. You need a business. I don't care what you do.
Website.
And a website and a CRM system. Yeah. So digitalflowsolutions.net includes your website build out, your business phone, AI tools, AI bots, and everything you need to run your business. Yeah. One more time, digitalflowsolutions.net, and plans start as low as $37. Again, for a website build out, business phone, and everything you need to run that business. Let's take a quick commercial break, guys, and we'll be right back. Hey, what's going on, family? Please make sure that you watch our webinar, which is the first step to getting started. So just text the phrase more info, MOREINFO, to the phone number 407-326-0086. Don't type it in the chat. Don't put it below. Text it to that phone number. That way you get that free webinar, but also it leads to a discovery call with me and my team to see how we can get you started. So again, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is it. Show me anything else where you can make such an impact in your community, serve God, but also make a bunch of money doing it. We don't hide that. We want to make a lot of money doing what this is so that we can extend our hand in the community and continue to be the answer to affordable housing. Text more info to 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's get back to the show. All right, we are back. Thank y'all so much. Y'all had a lot of choices of where you could be, but y'all chose to be here, and we appreciate that. And like the guy said on commercial, text more info to that phone number, and that breaks down exactly what this is, how we do it. And for most of y'all, it's going to answer 90% of your questions anyway. Shay, back on you.
Yeah, so question that came in from TikTok is, do we have cameras in the house inside?
Yes. So never in the like bedrooms or the bathroom. That would be weird. But cameras are always in the common areas. Great question.
Yep, for safety.
Big shout out to Nikhil. I missed you earlier, sis, but I see you. Nikhil and business partner mom are together. So I look forward to meeting both of y'all really soon.
Yep. So someone stated in the chat, in some states such as Las Vegas, you need a state license and local license.
They're asking or telling?
It looks like they're trying to tell, but I can guarantee you that is not true, because we
actually
have people
you don't. We have people in Vegas.
We have people
in
Vegas.
Watch me answer this question just to soothe somebody's mind here. I had a conversation the other day with the lady that I'm coaching, and I won't even mention her city and state right now, because I got a bunch of people in that city and state. In that city, there is this thing that's not a license, but it's a permit. And I want to talk about these two really quickly. So when y'all hear me scream on my soapbox, you don't need a license to do this. Guys, I mean that. But if you're in a city that says, hey, guys, you need a permit, and it costs $300 for you to be able to rent to more than 4 people that are not related. Guys, that's okay. And that's cool. Get that.
Yeah.
That's not the license that's costs thousands of dollars and takes months and years and requires an approval to get. So if you can go and pay for a permit and they put it in your hand, that's not what I'm talking about.
We're talking about licensure.
Most of y'all can go to your city if they require it, pay for a permit, and they'll put it in your hand. I'm not talking about that.
Permits for
I'm talking about a license.
Some states do have a permit that you need to get for renting your house. And that's just a permit that costs about $65 and you're done. We've seen that happen to one person, and Honestly, it wasn't something that was mandated by her city. That was something that she chose to do just for the extra.
Some people just want the extra security. And that's what the way I coach it. I say, you get whatever you need to get to make you and your family feel comfortable to do business. In fact, let me repeat that on a recorded live here. My coaching says you do and get whatever you need to get to make you and your family feel comfortable to do business. Prime example, when every one of you all get an LLC, immediately in your mailbox for a month straight, you get all of these things that they're offering you to buy. Plaques on the wall, this and that. Gosh, you don't need none of that stuff. But if you want it, because it makes you feel better in the inside and sleep better at night, you knock yourself out and get it. Because that makes you feel comfortable. But let me be the first to tell you, I coach people in 39 states right now, and there is no license required to do this. Exactly. Period. In fact, I told you earlier, one of my biggest mistakes was me going to ask everybody in my city. They said, no, 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 no. Them same people beg for this product now. The people said, Derrick, you can't do this. You need a license to house them kind of people. No, I don't. Everybody in my city doing it because I had a job as a social worker and I was the one giving them away. Exactly. And none of them had a license. They just don't do it the way we do, with the love of God, the cleanliness, and the rules and structure behind it. So we just don't rent rooms to people. There's rules and structure. Good. Done. Good. Good. So I'm going to Facebook because I spent a lot of time on TikTok. I got not Facebook. What's this? YouTube. So here we go. First question on YouTube. How much do you need rent or rent? Hold on. How much rent do you need saved up to start? I actually said this and had a conversation with someone yesterday about this. There's multiple avenues that you can do. You can be the person that, pads their wallet, gets ready to take this venture. And I'll say, if you want to be that person, you can save up first, last, and security. So it just depends on the availability and what the cost of rents are in your area. Now that's one way. The other way is get started now, become a housing referral agent or agency, where you're doing the groundwork in getting your name out there into the community and, meeting the needs of the people you serve. So you want to make sure that you are not just thinking about you want to think about the financial aspect, but don't let the financial aspect of things cause you to be frozen in moving forward, right? Get the basics done, get a business, start making relationships, have a website, do all of these things, because ultimately you're going to need all of these things. Well, not 100% of the time, but 95% of the times, when you start going out and looking for properties, people are going to trust, but they want to verify. So they're going to trust that you say who you are, but they're also going to do their due diligence and verify that you are who you say you are, right? So they're going to be looking for that business. They're going to be looking for, that LLC. They're going to be looking to see if you have a website. They're going to look and see if this is what you do. They're going to monitor your social media. Even when it comes to the banks, people don't realize you have to have the foundational aspects of your business set up. So you can get an LLC and not start nothing for 3 years. But just as long as you pay that annual fee, you're good, right? Keep it alive, keep it alive. So don't be hesitant about starting because you don't have a house. There's other ways to house people in this model without having a house. And that is by getting your phone to ring and becoming what we call a housing referral agency. And that's something that each and every attendee, at the event on November 1st will gain access to. You get access to our HRA Business in a Box. That is a program that we have designed, and it was for sale for a lot of money. $2,500 this time last year. And we decided to allow this to be the thing that we provide to those that come to the event. So the HRA Business in a Box is a
self-paced course that you walk through step-by-step videos to get information on how to start your housing referral agency. Not only that, it's SOPs in there. That means standard operating procedures are in there. So it tells you, it shows you, it gives you the rules. It gives you, certain things that you need. It gives you the agreements that when you're referring to people, the referral agency agreement, all of that stuff is in this course. So get started somewhere.
Yep. And in fact, guys, how many of y'all would want the material or to just get the gist to learn what the HRA is? Because essentially what that is, it allows you guys to do exactly what we do, but you don't need a house. You need relationship. It allows you to refer to other people, then you get paid a referral fee. So prime example, for the first, 35 of y'all that do this, here you go. If you text the phrase HRA to that same phone number that's scrolling below, in fact, I'm going to change it now so that you guys can get the phone number. Now, if you're on TikTok, you're going to miss this because you're not in the right place. TikTok, can y'all come over to YouTube at Forston Consultants? Because I want the first 35 people that text HRA to this phone number that's scrolling below at 407-326-0086. Satina just did it.
Somebody did it.
See how fast I can see that in our system? Satina Ballard just did that. That's not Satina from Bermuda, is it, Shay?
No.
So the first 35 people that do that, I have a 14-minute webinar that I want y'all to watch that allows you to house the homeless and the displaced and get paid for it. And you don't need a property or the real estate to do it. You need relationship and a cell phone. How many of you all have a relationship or you're willing to build relationships and you have a cell phone? Put a number 7 in the chat.
Yeah.
Back on you, Michelle.
So the questions, TikTok, please come over to Facebook, YouTube. Why I keep saying Facebook? Come over to YouTube so that we can get through all of your questions. It's easy for me to scan your questions than it is for me to do so on TikTok.
And let me know when you come from to say, hey, Derrick, I'm here from TikTok, bro.
Someone came from TikTok.
Perfect.
All right. So Lady J has a question as well. It says, is the monthly rent based on the market rate?
The rent is based on whatever you're charging, like whatever you've decided that you're going to charge. So I'm not really going by market rate because that don't count with this. They can't afford the market rate. Remember, you're going to be lower than that. So just to give you an example, and I want Shay to give you hers too. My prices start at $740 per bed, and we take care of the lights, the water, the cable, and the Wi-Fi. So all the bills are on me. So we're known as a one-stop shop with what this is. So when you all get started, Lady J, you're going to be known as a one-stop shop. Your guys don't pay lights and water and Wi-Fi and utilities and gas. You pay for all of that, and it's built into your fee that you're charging. So the way that I decide that if I go out and rent a house right now for $2,000, so I'm in Orlando, Florida. Let's just say I find a house for $2,000 and it's a 4-bed, 2-bath. The way that I coach it, your first 3 people should probably cover all your bills or at least the rent.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that one more time. If I find a house for $2,000 and I just told you that my starting cost is $740 per bed, let's take that 40 off and just do 7 for even numbers. 700 times 3 people is 2,100. There's my rent right there.
Correct.
Person number 4 is going to take care of my lights, my water, and my Wi-Fi, and my insurance. Person 5, 6, 7, 8 is all profit. And
Absolutely.
7 times 4 is $2,800. I just told y'all in less than 30 seconds of a real 4-bed, 2-bath model, what you gonna owe and what your profits are. And what keeps us super successful, when I make this money, guess who get their money first? God. I'm a faithful tither. I believe in that. 10% go back to my place of worship so that God and my church can continue the great work that they're doing all over the world. I believe God really honors that. Now, whether you tithe or not, that's on you. But for me and my house, we tithe and we give offering. And that's our way of saying, God, thank you, because all of this is yours anyway, God. And you let me keep 90% and you only ask for the 10, God, I can make that deal with you all day long.
Yeah.
And then when you get real mature in your ways, it goes over the 10%.
Yep.
It ain't just the 10. And sometimes it ain't all about your money. It's about your time, your talent, your treasure. So sometimes you tithing your time and volunteering or just doing something nice for somebody. We ride around with what Shay calls toiletry totes.
Correct.
Inside of these zip tie bags or whatever you call them.
Zip tie.
What you call those? The cinch, not zip tie. What is a zip tie bag?
I don't know.
Me either. Y'all know those little bags that have like they cinch clothes with people wearing them as book bags?
Yeah.
We buy those by the 100. And what go in it is a business card or a flyer, bottled water, some kind of canned good, an inspirational message, deodorant, shampoo, conditioner, and wipes that they can bathe if there's no bathtub to go to.
Toothpaste,
toothbrush, the toiletry stuff.
Everything toiletry related.
Something as simple as that is you doing a good, that's a tithe for us.
Yeah.
Because that so could have been going on my back. So those are the small things that you guys can add to this that I truly believe that God will honor. Put a number 7 in the chat if that made sense to you all.
So
back on you, Shay.
Desi said, what about California? So we do have people in California, nothing needed there as well. No license, no none of that.
Lady just said, oh my God, this is a game changer. Tell me about it, sis.
Yeah, we've got people in California getting ready to open up their second or third house. And they met
Miss Kathy actually may be in here.
I haven't seen them.
I coach a couple people in California actually.
To stick out our thumb yet. So, you know, he always tells us to stick out our thumb.
In fact, Miss what's her name? She's also in California about to get her first house. Yeah. So yeah, guys, this works in all 50 states. Again, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this works anywhere. I'm gonna
put a message up. Just laugh because this is like your mama telling you the same thing. Look up.
I saw that earlier. Well, we talk about that all the time.
Our running joke. We cut each other off so bad.
Now, me, I do it more than Shay.
It's funny.
But here lately, my mom has been catching Shay more, so cutting me off.
Yeah. So I know
but I'm bad at it.
If I want to say something, I have to railroad Derrick. But that's not like that. That's when it comes to business. When it comes to this thing, Derrick will steamroll over you no matter what you think. Keep playing.
So I want to answer something that I just saw too.
Yes.
So I just want to be super just honest and transparent. Guys, I coach this in all 50 states.
Correct.
But currently my coaching clients are in 39 states.
That means have houses.
And watch this, just to be honest. I'm not a big fan of New Jersey. Correct. I'm not a big fan of New York. I'm not a big fan of California, but I coach people in all those places. And I only don't like them because they're not landlord friendly. Meaning when Robert don't pay his rent and things aren't working out and I want to evict him, I'm going to have problems in New York and New Jersey and California. In Florida, by my word, he out of there.
Yep.
Now, under our coaching, we're going to teach y'all the verbiage and give y'all the proper paperwork that preferably he leaves when you say that he's got to go. Correct. But if not, if you are in a landlord-friendly state, it don't take very long to get somebody evicted if they don't leave by your word. And lucky for us, guys, our verbiage and our paperwork does the job about 95% of the time. That other 5%, you're going to get some knucklehead who think he got more sense than you. He gonna say, Miss Trisha, I'm not leaving. You got to kick me out of here. You got to go to the courthouse on me, ma'am. Now, that's the guy that I got to evict the normal, natural way through the court system. But most people that I've ever discharged or evicted from my program, it was by me verbally saying it. Hey, Robert, this ain't working no more, bro. And by Friday, you need to be gone. Because also, guys, I'm a really nice guy. Why you think I named my program Second Chance? Because I understood the people that I serve, by the time they meet me, they're probably on their 50th chance. But the day they meet me today is your second chance, Mr. Bruce. So that comes from the social worker heart. That comes from me seeing people living on the street, me working in a place for 9 years, watching a lady make 41 grand a month, housing people in roaches. Can 10 of y'all put in the chat, if you made 41 grand a month, would that change your life a little bit?
Yeah.
Now, if that number too small, excuse my arrogance, But guys, I was making 28 grand a year. When that woman showed me 41 grand a month, I nearly fainted. I couldn't believe it. But it got to start somewhere, and with most of y'all, it's going to be in your imagination. So can you imagine making what you make now yearly, but making that monthly? With this ministry, y'all, it's actually possible. So, Shay, back on you.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better. I'm just going to be honest. I'm looking at these chats.
I'm actually going to get my picture because there's some new people here, and I want to show y'all some stuff. Okay. How many of you guys are completely new to us? As Shay keeps it going,
I'm gonna keep scrolling.
How many of you all are like completely new to me? Because I want to show some stuff on this screen here.
Before you do that, let's talk about the event. Let's not go past that event. I think we definitely need to talk more about the event and what we can expect. So November the 1st of this year in Jacksonville, Florida, at the Emmanuel Missionary Baptist Church, they will be hosting us to talk all things independent living facility. So this is our tour. We call it our city tour, but it's really called ILF Anywhere. This is an event where we show you not only the concept, but on day 2. So there's 2 ticket types. Let's start there. The VIP, because we think anybody that spends time with us is a VIP. We do not take that for granted. Yep. That is the first day of the event. That is a 1-day ticket that allows you to come hear us speak. You get introduced and hear the speaker of course, Miss Tiffany Richardson as well. That is where we're going to discuss, teach, train on all things ILF. Day 2 is our elite ticket. So you get day 1 and day 2. Day 2's elite ticket is limited, as this includes a house tour of Miss Tiffany Richardson's ILF that is up, running, and those are limited, operational.
So get those quickly.
So we're actually walking you through a live ILF. An ILF that is fully functioning with residents. So know that that's why we limit those tickets. But the whole concept of this event is by the time you leave, you have the knowledge to get out there and do something. You've got the HRA Business in a Box, which literally helps you to start. The HRA Business in a Box is the framework to the ILF.
Sure is.
Right? It's no different. When we say HRA and ILF, they are synonymous.
The HRA just allows you to do it without having to have the property.
Correct. So the event is literally a show-stopping event. We love doing this event. We get to meet you all. We try to keep the space intimate so that we can get to mingle and answer questions and connect with you all. But the ILF, being that our ILF family is coming now, they'll also be there to help answer questions and give you information and all of that stuff about the ILF journey. So this event is very impactful. Every attendee will get the HRA Business in a Box course that shows you how to set up the foundational aspects of your nonprofit, of your ILF.
Or nonprofit if you decide to go, because that's also what's different about this event. They usually doesn't go super deep on the nonprofit stuff, but this time she's going to have some slides that are dedicated to, and because it's at a church, and most churches like to be 501c3, and there are pastors and bishops that are coming, we are going to tap into that nonprofit zone, and that's Shay's wheelhouse. I do not talk about that because that is not my wheelhouse. So you guys get a lot of that from Shay as well. So again, if you know a pastor or a priest or a bishop that wants to involve community and real estate into what they're doing, invite them. You also guys can be affiliates of this event. You guys can get your own affiliate link and also advertise this and make money from it.
Yeah.
If people buy from your link, you make money from that, right? So again, Jacksonville, Florida, November the 1st, Emmanuel Missionary Baptist Church. Pastor Daryl Brown is hosting us. So big shout out to him and family.
Exactly.
And again, if you're ready to change your life, guys, this is one of the steps to it. And what's cool about it, Jermaine Mills, big shout out to him. Yeah. He came to the South Carolina event, purchased the DIY, and just opened his doors. Like literally like not even a few days ago. So if you haven't joined our free Facebook group that's entitled The ILF Academy, please join that today. Go and look at Jermaine Mills that was just in South Carolina at our August event, purchased the DIY, and just got his first property, 4-bed, 2-bath home. So big shout out to the Mills family for again moving at the speed of instruction. So and I'm so proud. Let me take a moment here too. I'm so proud of so many of y'all. A lot of you guys that are purchasing the DIY who never get to talk to me, you guys are getting started, you're up and you're running. And you IMB folks that do get my one-on-one coaching, a lot of y'all are getting launched in 30 and 60 and 90 days. So big shout out to like the people that I've been coaching over the last, I'm gonna say 90 days. You guys are getting started so fast, it's almost scaring me, right? Because it's not really normal for you guys to meet me and be up and running in 30, 60, and some of y'all 90 days. So big shout out. And congratulations to each and every one of you, whether it's the DIY, and I'll admit, I'm probably more proud of the DIY folks because they get everything that my one-on-one people get. They just don't get me. They get all the material, all the content, all the videos, all the paperwork. We build your website. We give you all those AI tools. And guys, the DIY is only $9.97, but you don't get Derrick. Like you can't call me. And a lot of y'all are showing the ability that, Derrick, I don't need you, bro. You give me all of this coaching.
Exactly.
You giving me the same stuff, Derrick, your one-on-one people get. So that's what's pretty cool to me. So I implore you guys, if you come to Jacksonville, still get the DIY. Still consider the one-on-one coaching. And don't forget, if you buy the one-on-one coaching between now and the event, you come to Jacksonville for free.
Yep.
In fact, if you bought the DIY 3 years ago, you come to Jacksonville complimentary. So Jacksonville, Florida, November the 1st. And I'll admit, guys, we're going to take a little bit more time on this one. I'm going to go deep, step by step, because I'm going to come with the assumption that y'all know nothing. And then my promise is that nobody leaves with the question that's still on their brain or on their tongue. That's against my rules. You cannot leave the building and still have a question in your heart. Because if you ready and God's already in it, what's stopping you? If 5 of y'all put in the chat, nothing, because you're ready now. Somebody put in the chat, I'm signing up Tuesday. Who was that?
I don't
Be
know.
like Mary and Nikhil, who ready now. They done sat around this for a while. They're not new to us, but it's time to make a change now. Most of y'all been praying for something just like this. And Shay and I, we know that this event was also of God because we didn't plan it.
We sure did it.
Our events are always in August, June, or July.
March, between March.
We take breaks in December and November and October because most people do. But something said, you know what? Give the people one more chance.
Well, it was God because he asked Pastor Brown, and
Pastor Brown brought it to us because his whole congregation wanted it. So again, guys, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, the Bible says, not Derrick, that the poor and needy will always be among us. God also said that when you do unto the least of thee, the poor, the needy, the marginalized, God said it's like you're doing a favor unto him. And trust me, I ain't trying to make y'all no pastor or no bishop.
Right.
But we do love. In fact, I'm crazy about God and he's crazy about me. And when God gave me this business, this ministry, there was nothing else that wasn't like unattainable to us. Why you think Shay and I own 8 businesses now? Not because we so great. It's the goodness of God and what this one business did for everything. So my prayer for all of y'all is that God makes you shine bright like a diamond. I know that's a song, but not that. But to push you forward, to show people in your city that you're the answer. You just got to get started. There is no coincidence that you just bumped into me today. And if you're still on TikTok, you can't even see me. Please come to YouTube. I'm showing pictures on YouTube now because I'm getting ready to show y'all all of what we saw. But what now Shay makes it look like today? And is there any difference between me and Shay being nonprofit and for-profit? Shay's going to break all of that down. But one more time, and Desi said she got excited when I mentioned tithing. See, you my kind of person already because you understand what the seed means. That all of this belongs to God anyway. And he's only asking for 10%. Because don't get it twisted, guys. Your church got to keep on lights and water and that AC. That ain't free. It comes from the people. And I believe God says, man, you know what? This guy's giving 10% to further the mission and my vision in the kingdom through his church. Let me honor him. And God blows on that business. I told you guys, man, me and Shay do real good in life. And it ain't because we so great. It's the goodness of God. And don't get it twisted either, because Shay and I are writing a book right now that's called 18 Months of Misery. Because we went through a spell of 18 months. We thought we were drowning. Thought we were losing in life. Now we know better that it was a season that we were going through. Nothing that you going through, guys, lasts forever. That means the good and the bad. It's called seasons. So somebody should go, whew, Derrick, because I'm going through it right now. Well, be blessed, because guess what? It won't last always.
It sure won't.
And even when you're doing real good, guess what? The same thing applies. So you got to store up, save up, and manage and steward. That's one of Shay's favorite words. Steward. So guess what one of my prayers is every day? God, can you make me a good steward over all this greatness that you're about to give me? Because God, I don't want to fumble it. I don't want to mess up. I don't want to ruin this thing, because the only person that can ruin this is me. So God, get Derrick out the way and be bigger than me in this business. Back on you, Shay, because I'm getting ready to go on the rant.
Just to Donald, check your email. And I also sent you a text message. So that stuff I resent it. I removed it and resent it. So you should have it now. So
for all of my new people, as Shay continues with the questions, I'm just going to breeze through some slides real quick. And I hope this resonates with most of you all. And, housing the homeless as a mission. But here is me as that social worker that I told you guys about, right? Praying that God, can you change my life? God, I'm struggling financially. God, can you help me to make a bigger impact in my city? And God, I want to make a bunch of money doing it. I've been praying that my whole life, y'all. And God said, Derrick, wake up, bro. I gave you a job to where the solution was already built into it. But Derrick, look at the conditions of where most of these people are living at. And this is the kind of stuff, y'all, that just broke my heart. I just couldn't believe that somebody could be making $41,000 a month and be housing people in conditions that look like this. Like, why would we do that? And again, because I knew y'all weren't going to believe me, I took pictures of it. So all of this stuff, like, I literally had a conversation with this dude that's sitting on this bed. And what you can't see on the floor is that this guy was also a diabetic. So all on his floor was like those needles that were everywhere. And as you see, he's barefooted. Guys, the devil is a liar that we're going to make 41 grand a month and ask God to change our life. And we're going to do it this way.
Yeah.
Now, because I ain't very techie, can 10 of y'all tell me, Derrick, I can see these nasty pictures? Because I don't know if y'all can see them or not. I don't know if I'm on screen or can y'all see this nasty kitchen. Can 10 of y'all put in the chat, Derrick, I can see them nasty pictures. Miss Mary, I'm sure I don't have to tell you this, but Mary, under my coaching, the devil is a liar that we're going to do it like this. Tangible, why would we make 41 grand a month? Like, can you pay somebody to do it? Guess what kind of women that Shay house? Some of the women got a background in hotel housekeeping. Some of them got a background in being a maid. Why you think, Miss Lisa, why you think over Shay's left shoulder is a vision board that says, God, not only do we want to house these people, but God, can we give these people a job to keep them out of trouble and also keep them busy? And Miss Lisa, the straw that broke the camel back is when I saw a lady sleeping on the kitchen floor and she was paying $750 to be there. For the people that's on TikTok, you can only see one picture. Y'all come over to YouTube at Forston Consultants. That's Forston. And if 10 of y'all can put it in the chat, because they say, I can only see this one picture. I know you can. And Shay, the easy way is that when you do it, copy it and just paste it 1,000,000 times. So guys, if you are only on somewhere to where you can hear me or see that one picture, I'm showing the footage. Come to YouTube. And it said Forston Consultants. And y'all watch this, because I'm just honest. Guess who sent this lady to this place who was sleeping on the floor? Shay, can you rattle me real quick?
Derrick.
Shay, who sent this lady that was paying $750 on the kitchen floor?
You.
Now, before y'all think I'm a bad, crummy guy, guys, I had a 9-to-5 job behind a desk, and I never saw a group home before.
All you had was a list.
I had a list.
Like, be real. Tell the people you had a list.
I never saw a place until I said, man, you know what? I got to go and see what it looked like because nobody want to teach me. I saw a girl, I'm going to just call her Jessica. I said, Jessica, you live here? Jessica looked at me and was like, Derrick, you sent me here about 2 weeks ago, bro. You serious right now?
How dare you? How dare you insult her intelligence?
And Shay, as my bottom lip began to shake, because I'm getting ready to cry now, I'm thinking, oh my God, Jessica, where is your bed? Because out of all this nasty stuff that you just showed me, Jessica, where in the world do you sleep at? Y'all, Jessica took me to the kitchen. I was like, why is she going to the kitchen? I asked where her bed is. And she showed me a 3-inch mat about 3 feet long, y'all. Some of y'all grandchildren sleep on this when they go to daycare.
Yep.
I remember when I was in daycare, and me and Katara joke about this all the time. When I was in daycare, I'm about 44 years old now. That mat, one side was blue, the other side was red. We slept on these for nap time. God, this is a grown lady in her 50s sleeping on the kitchen floor on a mat. And if that don't break your heart, I'm telling you right now, you on the wrong YouTube channel. You on the wrong TikTok channel. If you can watch somebody make 41 grand a month and put that woman on the kitchen floor, you already hustling backwards.
Yeah.
You on the wrong YouTube channel. We're not for you. But boy, if you do want to do God's will, if you love people and love real estate, and you want to house people in better conditions than what you see here, then you just found your new big brother, and that's me. And Shay is your new sister.
Yeah.
And real quickly, because I'm going to end this, it took me 2 years because I lost 60 pounds trying to figure this thing out. Most of y'all gonna pick this up just from my free YouTube content, with which I got over 1,000 videos on my videos tab on my YouTube. Super excited about that. Just hit 10,000 followers today on TikTok. Excited about that. More important for you, go there and be nosy. Be my friend on Facebook, but go and soak up all the information I give y'all freely. Because I told God years ago, God, if you let me get into this, I'll go all over the world sharing it, and I'll never take any credit.
Yep.
So watch me do that right now to keep my promise. Guys, without God, I'm a nobody. But with God, I can do all things, and most of y'all gonna think I'm a genius. But I'm really not. God used my wife, Shay, to trick me to go to college. I got a degree in human services. Got a job to where I saw all this nasty stuff, and God gave me my vision. So remember that scripture that says, write the vision and make it plain? Mm-hmm. For me, that meant, Derrick, go through the bumps and the bruises and all the mistakes and the lawsuits so that when you go to your channel, your YouTube, and when you teach it to people, Derrick, they don't make your mistakes. They can write it down and they can run with it as well.
Yeah. So where you're not like the lady that darn almost jumped through the phone when she heard your pen scratching on the paper. Like that was crazy to me.
So today, ladies and gentlemen, after it took me 2 years and I lost 60 pounds, because I used to be a kind of a chubby guy. I'm kind of more of an Abercrombie and Fitch model now, y'all.
Lord.
But watch this. This is what it looks like today, Miss Desi. Miss Lisa, this is what it looks like today. Look like my mom in here today. Mom Forston, big shout out to you, sis. Sometime. Can y'all say hello to my mom? Oh, in fact, she don't know this. I'm gonna say it right now. I'm going to my mom's house today.
Oh,
she let
the
cat out the bag and told me she cooked yesterday, y'all. Some greens and mixed turnips and collards and a bunch of stuff. So I want to go put my eyes on my mama today, but I do want to go eat some good food too. So Mom Forston, we coming today. So as soon as we end this, which is in about 8 minutes, I'm gonna go take me. Well, actually, I'm gonna work out first because I'm gonna eat real good at your house. So I'm gonna work out first, then I'm gonna come and make myself full at your house, Mom. So we coming, Mom Forston. So today, y'all, this is what it looks like. And this to me ain't rocket science because most of this stuff ain't even brand new. Thrift stores, Salvation Army, the Goodwill, donations. And remember, we don't buy these properties, we lease them.
Yeah.
Now, if you bullshit like my wife, you're going to go and buy a property. We'll get to her in a minute. But all of this stuff that you see, can 10 of y'all put beautiful? If you agree. Now, if you don't, give me your feedback and tell me what I could have done different. But most of this stuff, guys, in this picture right here, because I run my big mouth so much on social media, a hotel called one day and say, hey, Mr. Derrick, we see what you're doing, but Derrick, we getting ready to revamp our whole hotel. We ordered about 45 dumpsters. Yeah. And Derrick, if you don't come and get this stuff that we want to give you, it's all going in the trash. So if you on my YouTube channel right now, I'm showing you 1,000 pictures right now. TikTok, y'all missing it.
Not so much.
TikTok, you see one picture. Can y'all come over to Forston Consultants, Forston on YouTube? These are all the pictures that now that when I go and rent this place and get what I call a master lease, meaning that I'm going to rent the lease for me in second chance housing.
Yeah. I'm
going to sublet to everybody else that move in there. That answers another question that I saw. Derrick, how you rented these people? Yep. Subletting.
Someone in TikTok said they've gotten a lot of items from hotel remodels as well.
Come on. Yeah. See, TikTok ain't lying then.
TikTok.
This stuff came from a hotel that said, Derrick, man, I see the great work y'all doing. And you always running your big mouth talking about it. Derrick, can you come get these beds? Can you come get these furnitures, these curtains, these curtain rods, the lamps, the pictures, the headboards, everything. The couches, the recliners. So Shay, I'm done now. Jump in anywhere you want to, Shay, because I'm done. Sure? I just want to show the Roberts family, the Phillips family, and the whole Sway family, what does it look like once you get started? And what was the wrong way when you do this without the love of God in your heart and picking up 40 grand a month? The devil is a liar. Let's go, y'all.
Come on over to Forston Consultants with an S. So that's Forston, Forston Consultants on YouTube. Also, don't forget, November the 1st, 2025, I think we're starting at 11:30 in Jacksonville, Florida, at the Emmanuel Missionary Baptist Church is where we will be hosting the ILF Anywhere event. Thanks to our gracious host, the Pastor Daryl Brown and his amazing wife. And their whole church community that has offered us this amazing opportunity to come and change his church's life. What we're doing and how they want to impact their community by adding the housing aspect to what they already do. So where you can find out more information about the November 1st event, go to ILF. That's I as in independent, L as in living, F as in facility, consulting. ing.org. And that's our platform for all of our events. So ilfconsulting.org and get your tickets. Tickets start at the price of $197?
Only $197. Like it's cheap.
I know, very cheap, very inexpensive. It's not cheap.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Very inexpensive. Starting at $197.
Also, holy Shay, if you don't spend $197 to change your life, like I'll admit again, like we're not the family for you. If you don't see yourself worth it enough to spend $197, most of y'all gonna spend that on lunch this upcoming week.
Yeah.
Why not spend it on something that can change your life? Back on you, Shay, because I cut her off again. But as Shay's still talking, can y'all see this burnt up kitchen? The devil is a liar. People were living in this place.
Keep talking and you talking.
Because I'm just rude like that, Shay. Mom Forston, I'm paying her back a little bit. See, I'm jumping in front of her.
Shay's still talking. How can you do that? You see how y'all see
how can you do this, y'all? Look at this kitchen. Anyway, the bed's on the floor.
See,
back on you, Shay. I'm sorry. Talking, I'm sorry.
But anyway,
bed's on cinder blocks. I'm sorry, Shay. Go ahead.
Y'all gonna see. Let me. You can
Shay, I knew they weren't gonna believe me, babe. I had to show them.
End up socking him, y'all. No, just joking. Listen, somebody said continue.
Watch this, y'all.
He ain't gonna zip his lips because I'm gonna say something that's gonna stir him, and he's gonna wind up saying something, right, Derrick?
I throw away the key.
See, opened his mouth. Anyway, guys, listen. Again, you do not want to miss November 1st. It is amazing to actually be able to end the year and come celebrate our birthdays with us, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, because that is birthday central in the Forston and Marana family. Like, it is birthdays out the wazoo. So come and join us. Man, it's super exciting to be able to start off the month of birthdays with the Forston family by hosting an amazing event where people get to learn how to impact their community and also impact their family for the good. Again, they asked how many people per room. 2 heartbeats per room, not per bed. Sorry, 2 heartbeats
not per
room,
bed
per room.
That's against my rules. Oh,
I knew he couldn't do it. I knew he couldn't do it. He done broke the zipper and everything. You broke the zipper and tarnished the lock. Listen. Anyway, 2 heartbeats per room, and that's max. We talk a little bit deeper in that in coaching. The event for our ILF Mastery Blueprint one-on-one family, those that are taking the one-on-one coaching, this event is complimentary for you. For those that purchase the DIY, there is still pricing associated with the event. Don't know what our team is doing. They may do something. I don't know. So just keep your eyes and ears open on your email and your text messages, right? Our team is known for throwing out something for people that have been close to us. So I won't doubt them. So just keep your eyes and ears open. If you've opted out of text messaging, sorry, you may miss it. If you opted out of emails, sorry, you may miss it there. So if you want to restart that, you can just text the word START to 407-326-0086. And that's for those that have opted out of text messaging or emails. So you can do that as well. Listen. So somebody asked about zoning. If you go down the rabbit hole of zoning, you'll never get anywhere. Zoning is not necessary. We don't need the permission to make sure that there's not 5 other APD houses or group homes in the same community. That's part of what zoning is for, is to turn a regular residential structure into a commercial structure. We're not doing that. The residential is still staying residential. We're not adding a whole bunch of other nuances. So stay out of the rabbit hole of zoning. It is not necessary. Again, Derrick, can I give you a key back? Here's your key.
All right, I'm back. She just unlocked me. I think we just found a new way to make sure that I don't talk when Shay's talking. I like that. So zip my mouth and I give the key to Shay. And then when she's ready for me to speak, she can unlock it. You guys good with that? My mom would be like, yup, do that, Derrick.
Y'all, this is my life.
Because I cut Shay out all the time, y'all. I got a bad habit of it.
This is my life. This is my life. This is not just YouTube. This is every day. Anybody that knows
we work together 7 days a week. So call it what you want to. One of the best things that happened to me, y'all, when I was able to leave my job and pull her from corporate America. So if y'all that don't know that story, that could take 2 hours, but in 30 seconds, I used to dream to make the money Shay did at her job. I made 28 grand a year. Shay was way up there. But how cool is it that God allowed for it to happen, that I would pull her from corporate America to help little old me. So, and I think that's the goodness of God. So guys, if you got the opportunity to work with your spouse, I think it's beautiful. Some of y'all will end up killing each other, so don't do it. You know yourself, right? You know each other. I thought we could do it, and we remain to do it. In fact, we kind of teach a little bit on how do you do that, right? So oftentimes we do that more of in a private setting, but Shay wants to start doing something probably live and more in public with the couples theme. So whether you're a married couple, you're a boo thing in your couple, or you're a business partner.
Yeah.
So married, boo thing, or business
partnerships.
We want to speak into that.
The reason why we want to do it is because we've coached a lot of married couples, our seniors. And we've been able to see some really powerful success stories. Our last conference, a couple pretty much told us that the ILF model and the coaching is what kept them together.
Yeah.
They were on the fringes. They were on the brink of divorce.
They're going to be speaking in Jacksonville, actually. If that's the couple you're talking about.
Yeah.
M.
Yes.
And C.
Yes.
MC. Yeah, they're coming.
Yes.
They're a part of what we. In fact, they came to South Carolina.
Yeah, but we're going to give them.
They're going to come and speak about that this time because they went through it. So that thing that I just talked about, they've mastered it. Almost killed each other. And now you can't separate them. You can't. Right? And it's in business. One of them to go to right. And now they're doing good in business, doing good in life. And God is really, in fact, she just opened her first women's facility because they started out with the men. And now she just opened. So big shout out to Carly. Girl said she was in South Carolina. You missed us. We were in South Carolina. When was that? I can't even remember what month it was now. That was what, August? June? July, I think it was August. Right? August something. We were just in, I don't know. We were in South Carolina. We were in Columbia. We did an ILF. So literally, we took off 1 month and we coming right back. Right? No, 2 months. Yeah. So yeah. So Shay, let's do maybe 3 or 4 more questions, and we're gonna get these people out of here. All right. So let's go. I'm gonna grab a couple of. So ILF is independent living facilities. We've trademarked it. It is the shared housing model that is literally under the umbrella of Forston Consultants. So that's what we do. That's what we teach. And that's what we talk about. We're not only ILF consultants, we are actual business consultants. So if you are someone that has a business and looking to scale and grow, we do that under the collaborative efforts of Forston Consultants and Digital Flow Solutions, where we help you to kind of add tech, add AI, add different features into that business. And we look at marketing plans and so forth and so on for growth and sustainability. Yes, DMS. I like DMS. DMS is yes, 2 heartbeats per room. That's correct. Yeah. Talk more about subleasing. God, girl, come to Jacksonville. Join us in Jacksonville, November 1st. Come down to Jacksonville. Yeah, we're going in depth. We'll go really in Jacksonville on that. Yeah, how to get to permission. Oh, and also just as a head start, right? If you guys don't come to Jacksonville and you want to know how we rent these properties, just text the word purpose to that same phone number below. I wrote a book that's called The Pursuit of Purpose and Profit. And it's the exact guide of how do we get these properties? What do we say? How do we say it? Who to say it to? And what should you dress like the day of? Like I go really deep in that book. And that book's like what? I think 97 books, I think. Yeah. And years ago, I would never tell people that unless you took the one-on-one coaching. Now it's in a book for $100. Correct. So, and most of y'all, well, not let me say most of y'all, some of you guys feel like the only thing you need is, dear, how do I rent that property? Go spend $97 or come to Jacksonville because we're going to break it all down. Correct. Okay. Yep. And somebody from a 773 number just did it. So that fast. The other thing is, no, John, the mics are cutting out because we yelling. They clipping like crazy over here on the mixing board. We over here just out talking each other. So that's why that's doing that. That I need to teach somebody how to use it. See, I'm gonna cut you off again real quick. Somebody to learn how to use their inside voice. You brought up a scripture earlier and I want you to read it and I want to comment on it. So this morning I was actually up reading my word and I'm going through the book of Proverbs and it was so interesting. I actually texted to Derrick because it hit me in a funny manner because I always kind of laugh and we talk about how people negate the importance of consulting or coaching. And somebody's calling our business line, but people negate the importance of having a coach, having counsel, having someone to guide them and lead them through a process or a, whatever venture they're going into. And Proverbs 15:22 says, without consultation, plans are frustrated, but with many counselors, they succeed. And that blew me. Read it one more time. That blew my mind. It said, without consultation, plans are frustrated, but with many counselors, they succeed. And I thought that was so cool because it helped to, it gives me that sense of you're on the right path. We're doing, we know what God has told us to do and we're doing it. And we're seeing the success of those that we counsel. We've seen the limited access to success, if that's even an appropriate way to say that, when people start things on their own and don't have the counsel
around them. So when I saw that in the word, like when I saw that that was scripture, it tickled me this morning. So I actually sent it to Derrick and I was like, check this out.
And the way that I view
really
that is, again, guys, get some consulting.
Yeah.
Wherever you're trying to go in life, get it from somebody that's already been there.
Right, babe?
Exactly.
My
you
baby
skipped the
didn't just do
line.
what I did. I tried to cut him off, but it didn't work.
Now that actually don't bother me at all, actually. And maybe because I do it so much, like that don't bother me. That's normal conversation to me. But anyway, back to that, and I'm so glad Shay found that, because that's scripture. Mm-hmm. Like, in fact, there's another version of it that Lynette says all the time. That says there's another version of that. Or hopefully I'm not mixing the verse up and not version.
I think it's a verse. You're talking about a different verse.
Okay.
In the
multitude of counsel,
there is, that's a different verse.
Okay. Can you read both versions of the one you had again? Because I think you had two versions.
I had
because what I got from that again is that there is nothing wrong with getting some advice, wisdom, and also ask God every day for wisdom too. Now that's biblical. He that lacks wisdom should ask.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Shay.
So the King James version says, without counsel, purposes are disappointed, but in the multitude of counselors, it is this one.
Exactly.
They are established.
Derrick knows his word a little bit, y'all, right? It's just a different version. There's many dialects of the Bible, right? So
in the multitude.
That's it. So we laugh and we joke and we play all the time, guys. But I want to be serious for 2 seconds, right? If you feel like God has led you to this, what are you waiting on? Times are getting worse and worse in the world. Jobs are becoming more uncertain. Government shutdowns. And let me answer that question. What we do has nothing to do with the government shutdown.
We received all rent.
What we do is called mandatory spending, meaning the SSI, SSDI, and SSA falls under this thing called mandatory spending, and nothing stops it.
Say it again. Hover there. I want people to know.
Did she just cut me off?
I did. Hover there, right there.
Do we need to zip her thing and put that key in my hand? Guys, look it up. The SSI and SSDI falls under something that's called mandatory spending. Has nothing to do with these government shutdowns. I tell you guys all the time, nothing stops this, y'all. COVID-19 don't stop it. Government shutdown don't stop it.
Come on, sir.
The chicken pox don't stop it. The monkey pox don't. Nothing stops these elderly people that are struggling mentally and physically from getting their money to keep a roof over their head.
You're cooking.
You and I play the middleman into the affordable housing piece of that, because they can't take their check and go nowhere else and find a place to live.
Not that's appropriate. Not that looks good, that smells good, that's nice.
They can't pass a background check most of the time. They don't have 3 months of rent. Who has first, last, and security today? Most people don't. So guys, we're the middleman to that. And the ILF Mastery Blueprint is our one-on-one coaching. That's what y'all should get. Mm-hmm. In fact, I'm going to say this one time. My assistant, Jennifer, this week was given permission, and she also has the permission to give scholarships and discounts. She handpicked a couple people this week and gave a $1,500 scholarship towards the price of the ILF Mastery Blueprint. Yeah. She ran out Friday evening at 7:15 p.m. That was yesterday. But right now, if you want that, I'm going to extend that to 3 people. The first people that text the word 1,500 to my system, and only do this if you're financially and mentally ready to take this step. I'm going to give $1,500 off when I ended this on Friday, because I'm such a nice guy. $1,500 off for the next 3 people that want it. Text 1,500 to that phone number, and somebody just did it. When GNC, somebody else just did it. One more person, and that's it. Text 1,500 to that phone number scrolling below. Jennifer, who's probably on here and she's supposed to be off, will contact you by Monday.
Because it's Saturday night over there.
And TikTok just kicked me off, and that's over.
Yep.
So I'm now kicked off of TikTok. But I hope somebody heard that, because that's going to cost me probably 3 days on TikTok, because I keep saying that number. And what's crazy is I didn't even say the number that time when they kicked me off.
They'll tell you what
live access remove, live access status. Your access to go live across all channels, including multi-guests, will be restored on 10/7. So for y'all just now, I was kicked off for 3 days because I keep giving that number. Now, YouTube don't care. TikTok trying to figure out right now what just happened to me. And I hope it wasn't one of the people that was supposed to text that word.
I'm going to go live.
Because 3 of y'all just did it, and that's over with. We call that move at the speed of instruction. Now, let's just say one of those people accidentally text that and they ain't quite ready. We gonna let y'all know if you're somebody that did text it. But the first 3 people, congratulations. You guys have just got a $1,500 scholarship. What is it, 4997? Congratulations.
Yep.
Okay. Now,
it's time
2 people put it in the chat, which is not what I said, and y'all missed it.
Hey, guess what?
We finna go to my mama house, I think. What y'all know about that? They saw this on TikTok, y'all. What she just saw, have y'all heard of this? Because I haven't.
Go down.
Anyway,
I'm about to go
I love y'all like a fat kid loves cake. Y'all can catch us here 7 days a week right here on this channel. And the next time that y'all can catch us live will be Monday. Now, I'll admit my team gonna put something on tomorrow probably. And it probably won't be me live unless I just pop on. But Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern, I'm coming right back here. And what I love about our Saturday rooms is you get a chance to now go talk to God at your place of worship. Yeah. So whether you go to a physical building tomorrow or you go to Bedside Baptist, meaning you don't even get out of bed, you stay in bed and don't go to a building, no problem. Whatever you do, if I were you, I would talk to God and pretend that he didn't hear none of this today. And you should say, man, God, you know what? I heard this live, my boy Derrick and his wife Shay talking about this ILF thing.
That is loud.
And God, it sounded like something that I should be involved in, because the way he broke it down is ministry. It shows the love of God, and I can take care of my family doing this. And God, you said if a man don't work, he don't eat. So God, I'm trying to work and I'm trying to do your will. God, can I do it through real estate?
All right.
Can I get the proper permission from you first? And then God, if Derrick and Shay is to be my coach, God, make the way easy. And God, make me and my family rich and add no sorrow. That's my prayer for all of y'all today. Forget about your 9-to-5 job, especially if you're ready to go. Now, some of y'all are on assignment at your job. Don't you leave your job. You're supposed to stay. You leave when God tell you to. But if you anything like me 9 years ago, you was ready to go and God was pushing you out, some of y'all gonna lose your job in the next 60 days, and you're gonna remember this. And that ain't me talking bad over you. It's just what's happening. People are getting laid off all over the place, and your job ain't guaranteed. Housing is.
Come on, Derrick.
In fact, team, if y'all hear this, clip that, because that's the commercial. These people's jobs are not guaranteed, but the need for housing is absolutely needed. We're not selling alarm systems, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. We're not selling fundraiser chocolate. This is an absolute need nowadays in your city.
Exactly. Popcorn is a thing. We actually got an order coming today.
Exactly. We poured the seed into a little girl. But anyway, now is your time to get into this. And with what I just released about that scholarship, what are you waiting on?
Yeah.
So again, I approve this entire message. I pray God's speed over your life, your business, and your mental health and your physical body. Because sometimes it's hard to do God's will if you ain't physically able and you ain't got the mind of Christ. So that's my prayer over all of y'all, that God give you the mind of Christ and an able body to do what he's already called you to do. Amen. Now, usually I end the room with that prayer, but that's the same thing I just prayed over y'all. Receive that. Shay, bless the people, and we're going to get out of here. I'm going to go work out, and I'm going to my mama's house today.
Anyway, as always, it's always a pleasure.
Sound good, Miss Mary?
See, he cut me off.
I did it. Mary, I did it on purpose,
see that?
Mary.
You see? Did you see that? Derrick, did you see that? No, it's always a pleasure to share this day with you all, to be able to talk about what we do and what God has given us the privilege to steward in the earth. So again, as always, thank y'all for spending time with us. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here. We say Godspeed, and let everything that you do be to glorify God, right? And that's it. That's all I got to say. Join us November 1st. Text City, CITY. It's scrolling below there in the lower third to 407-326-0086. Get the information and meet us in Jacksonville, Florida. We look forward to seeing your face in the place.
Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we could ever ask a thing, according to God's power that worketh in us. You guys be great, and we'll see y'all next time.
God bless.
I hope you guys are enjoying the information. If you want more information just like this, what you're hearing now, make sure you text the phrase more info and don't put it in the chat. Text it to this phone number. Text more info, that's MOREINFO, to the phone number 407-326-0086. We're going to give you our complimentary webinar, and then that leads to a complimentary call with me and my team to talk about how fast can we get you started. Let's get back to the show. Did you know that we had a Facebook Academy and it's absolutely free? Text the word JOIN, JOIN, to 407-326-0086 and join the rest of us. There's about 90 to 100 people joining that group a day. And it's like-minded people that want to do the independent living facility model. So make sure that you join it. And again, text the word JOIN, JOIN, to 407-326-0086, and my team will send you the link to join that, or just go to Facebook and type in the ILF Academy, and we'll see you there. Hey, what's going on, family? Please make sure that you watch our webinar, which is the first step to getting started. So just text the phrase more info, MOREINFO, to the phone number 407-326-0086. Don't type it in the chat. Don't put it below. Text it to that phone number. That way you get that free webinar, but also it leads to a discovery call with me and my team to see how we can get you started. So again, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is it. Show me anything else to where you can make such an impact in your community, serve God, but also make a bunch of money doing it. We don't hide that. We want to make a lot of money doing what this is so that we can extend our hand in the community and continue to be the answer to affordable housing. Text more info to 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's get back to the show. Hey, what's going on, family? I hope you guys are enjoying the show. But just in case if you was wondering, how in the world do we rent these properties or lease them? And what does the conversation sound like that we're telling the homeowner to convince them to rent their house to us? That's one of the biggest things in this business, and I want to give it to you. So text the word PURPOSE, PURPOSE, to the phone number 407-326-0086. And we're going to give you the exact guide to what we say, how do we dress, how do we find them, everything you need to know in terms of to get your first property. We put it in the ebook. And again, it's called The Pursuit of Purpose and Profit. Text the word PURPOSE to 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success.
Have you ever wanted to open your own group home? Were you told that you needed a license from the state? Were you told that you had to hire staff? You were probably told that you had to own the property, right? Let Forston Consultants introduce you to Independent Living Facilities, ILF, which are group homes that do not require a license, staff, and you don't have to own the property. At Forston Consultants, we walk you through the entire process of how to operate your own independent living facility. We don't just give you a bunch of videos to watch on your own, which could get confusing. Here is what you need to do next, in this order. Step number 1, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Forston Consultants for tons of secrets on how to start your own independent living facility. Step 2, sign up for our webinar at forstonconsultants.com to learn more about this great opportunity. Step number 3, purchase our best-selling book, How to Open an Independent Living Facility in 10 Easy Steps. Step number 4, contact us for your free consultation so you can quit your boring job in the next 90 days.